Hi, everybody. Mitch Tanenbaum here. Thanks for joining me today. Today, I'm going to talk about the False Claims Act and what the government is doing to combat fraud. This is a completely different piece of the equation than what Elon Musk and his friends are doing. This is about using the legal system to go after people who lie about what they're doing, and they use it for a variety of different reasons. But the one that we care about is when it comes to cybersecurity. So, for those of you who are not familiar with the False Claims Act, it goes back to the Civil War when companies were building boilers for the Union Army that were exploding and killing soldiers. The government didn't like that, so they created this law which allows the government to recoup money for things when somebody says they did something and they really didn't. The government recoups multiple billions of dollars every year over this. This is a way to fund the treasury without having to tax people. And I don't see this going away. In 2021, the government created a division within the Justice Department that is solely focused on False Claims Act. And that they're playing things really close to the vest until things happen. You don't know what's going on. But reports are that they have anywhere from dozens to 100 or more cases in the works at this point. When it comes to False Claims Act and cybersecurity in particular, this is going after defense contractors. And there have been a couple recently, a number, but Aerojet Rocketdyne settled last year, I think it was, for something on the order of about $10 million. The University of Pennsylvania settled early this year, and they got off really lightly for $1 million. Um, the Georgia Institute of Technology is in the midst of fighting the government's lawsuit, saying uh, it's kind of a strange defense. We're too stupid to understand what you're asking for, but we're a research institution, and you should give us money for research. We'll see. That I think will settle, but not yet. But the one that they announced just the other day was a settlement with a company called Morse Corp. Morse stands for Mission Oriented Rapid Solution Engineering. They're based in Cambridge, Massachusetts, and they're a defense contractor with contracts for the Army and the Air Force and other government customers. One of the key things that sort of differentiates the False Claims Act, and at least at this point, um, the Supreme Court has not ruled this as unconstitutional, but there are people who are claiming this particular provision is. Um, called quitam, which is Latin, of course, because lawyers always speak in tongues. And what it allows private citizens to do is file a lawsuit on behalf of the government. And that's what happened here in this Morse Corp settlement. A whistleblower filed a suit under the False Claims Act, and then the government picked it up and ran with it, which is one of the other provisions of the False Claims Act. So if the government thinks the suit has merit, and that's what happened in both the University of Pennsylvania and the Georgia Tech cases early this year, late last year. Then the government picks it up and runs with it. And as I said, they have supposedly somewhere between dozens and hundreds of these. But in the case of Morse Corp, what this private citizen known as a relator had said was that the contractor was lying about what they were doing. And if we take a lot of the fluff out of it, it said that they failed to implement the controls required under 800-171. They failed to develop and implement a system security plan. They're using third-party cloud software, which don't meet the relevant federal security standards called FedRAMP. And they posted a misleading or inaccurate SPRS score, which is a measure of company cybersecurity compliance. So, this guy, filed a lawsuit on behalf of the government. The government picked it up, ran with it, and they settled with his company, Morse Corp. And Morse Corp agreed to pay $4.6 million plus interest. One of the nifty features of the False Claims Act is that these relators get anywhere from 15 to 30% of whatever the government collects. So, assuming the government collects, $4.5 million, this person could get, $1.5 million. But if you think about that aspect of the False Claims Act, if you have an employee who is upset with you for whatever reason, or a vendor who is upset with you, or a competitor that is upset with you, then they might go off and file this lawsuit. Um, what the current administration is currently doing, as claimed past administration did, is weaponizing the Justice Department. Well, it's kind of weaponizing the legal system to achieve a particular goal. So, it appears from everything that we hear, all the way up to the Attorney General, that this particular division of the Justice Department is not going away. It's called the Civil Cyber Fraud Initiative. It was created in 2021 under the previous administration, but it's not going anywhere. And if you are in a position where you have to represent your security controls to the government, you probably ought to do it accurately. And if you have questions about what accurately means, if you need help figuring out how to comply, if you're looking for a cost-effective solution to getting there, please contact us. We have one of the best solutions out there. And if you just need consulting, information, we can provide that too. So that's all I have for today. Thanks for listening. And if you want more information on this particular settlement, all you have to do is put Morse Corp, MORSECORP, in your favorite search engine, and you'll find all kinds of information about it. Until next time, thanks for listening.